Hi everyone, my name is Mary Schumann. I am a realtor in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and every week I do videos about all things real estate and life in the Twin Cities. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I encourage you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button below and then hit the little bell next to it and you'll be notified every time I post a new video. This week I'm nerding out and I am so excited, and I don't know, this is probably not a topic that gets everybody geeked up, but Minneapolis has updated their Tish inspection, and Tish stands for Truth in Sale of Housing. And what that is an inspection that gets done before you list a house in Minneapolis. If you're interested in getting a copy of the frequently asked questions about the new Tish and Tish in general, I am going to put a link to a PDF containing that information in the description below, and you can feel free to download that at any time. This goes into effect on January 15th, so if you've listed prior to January 15th of 2020, you're exempt from this, but afterward, it does apply to you. So why am I so excited about this? I'm excited because this disclosure gives the home buyer way more information about what they're getting in a home. Additional information that we're getting from Tish now is what I'm thinking of is almost like an Energy Star rating. Well, this is kind of like a rating on your own house, and it's not comparing your home to anybody else's home. It's really just looking at what's there now and showing you different ways that you could improve the energy rating. Now, I will say you are not obligated to make these changes. If you make them, it will change your energy rating. If you don't make them, no problem. Why did Minneapolis decide to adjust their Truth in Sale of Housing inspections? Well, they had set goals to reduce citywide greenhouse gas emissions by 80% by 2050 and 30% by 2025. So one of the main ways that they saw that they could do that, or a primary way they could do that, is just by tightening up the housing stock. And I love this one too, because if you live in Minneapolis, you know that most of the homes were built, before 1980. There are some new builds, tear downs, and that type of thing. But if you look at the total number on the left there, it's quite significant that most of them are prior to 1980 when there were energy codes adopted. This slide in particular I love because to me, this speaks to anybody who is a home seller or a home buyer. Why would you care about this beyond just taking care of the environment and maybe not having high heating bills? Well, it's because when you go to sell your property, sellers are going to get more money per square foot than they would otherwise. We're basically going to have like an Energy Star label for your home, and buyers will be more educated as to what they can expect to be paying in utility bills every month. So these are not required improvements, but they are improvements that can bring you money to your pocket and save you money over time. So just to talk about this slide real quick, people are willing to pay between $3 and $14 more per square foot for homes that are perceived as more energy efficient. So what is the major change to the Tish evaluation? I think all of us here in Minneapolis are used to having Tish evaluations, but this one seems to have caused a lot of angst for people. And really what they're going to do is look for an outside wall in a closet, drill a small hole, look in there and see what kind of insulation you have, and then they put a plastic cover on that hole. So it'll be in a closet. If you keep that plug and you don't plaster over it, then the next time it needs to be inspected, they can remove that plug, point their flashlight in there and determine what the insulation value is and put it right back. So this one I thought was amazing, that 25% of Minneapolis homes don't have any wall insulation. And this is where you're going to get rebates or low to zero interest loans available in Minneapolis to help you seal up the envelope of your home. Okay, so this is a picture of what it's going to look like. So like I said, this is almost like an Energy Star rating. You're only being rated on your home alone. So they're going to look at different characteristics of your home and give you a score, how energy efficient your home can be. In this example, the home gets 49 points out of 100, and they're saying that every home is able to reach that 100-point score, and they would do that by having insulated walls, storm windows, upgraded furnaces when it's at the end of the furnace life, that type of thing. All right, so these are your opportunities for energy savings. And if you take these opportunities, then you are able to get a higher energy score. And in addition to telling you what you could do to get more points and get yourself up toward that 100-point level, they talk about what the typical cost to achieve that is, what the rebates are that are offered by the city, and then what you will save in yearly bills if you go ahead and do these things. Here's another example: recommendations and resources available. And then this last point is, once you've had your inspection, you can go to the energy advisors. It's a phone number or an email address, and they'll help you with answering questions, telling you what kind of rebates and financing options are available. And then also they have a list of contractors that meet the standards of the city's Tish evaluators, and they'll put you in contact with those people or give you their numbers. If you've had an Energy Squad visit within the past 5 years, you do not have to have this enhanced Tish. I hope that this has answered any questions that you might have had about the new revisions to the Tish inspection on homes in the city of Minneapolis. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer them or get you pointed in the direction of somebody that can. Thanks for watching.